Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to MindYourCrypto. Today I have Vechain update. Of course, I will dive into the technical analysis quickly, and if you want to go to the price analysis right now and you don't have the time, please go to the timestamps. I have the Vechain against USDT valuation and the price analysis there. So if you want to take it step by step with me, stay tuned guys. And of course, now we are going to the support levels 0.08, 10 cents and 12 cents are our major support levels for the short term, as well as the 15 cents and 17 cents, which we might go if this one thing happens that I will tell you afterwards. 17 cents is our major resistance levels for the short term being. So here we want to hold these support levels. In case we don't, then we will fall down, but we will eventually discuss that later. Right now, what we want to see guys, what we don't want to see is keep having these lower lows, because I told you multiple times that I don't care if I see a bearish cross. For example, here guys, where we had this bearish cross between the blue line and the signal line, as long as we are making higher highs. For example, here what I wanted to see for Vechain is going like this. Okay, I wanted to see this pattern, but correction of Bitcoin destroyed many technical analysis for many altcoins. For example, when we were in a bullish scenario for many altcoins, now we are in a bearish scenario. And right now what we want to see, what we don't want to see, is actually going further down. Okay, here what we want to see is a recross, but going upwards for Vechain. But now guys, we are a bit bearish. We are a bit bearish for the moment. Now we are going to the RSI and the commodity channel index to tell you what I think here. So when you see a bearish market, you usually see low highs. You can see here the top RSI was around 49.50 inside this purple area, in the middle around there. When we are in a bearish market, the swing high is low, and when we are in a bullish market, as here guys for Vechain, you see high RSI and low. The lows here are around 50, while in a bearish market the highs are around 50. So what we experience here is that we might soon go like this and then down. We want to see eventually a swing high from Bitcoin, so we can see maybe we can test some higher resistance levels. But for now, we are inside this purple zone. We don't have any overbought or any oversold situations, because right now when we go below 30, we have oversold situation, and therefore guys, a buying opportunity. This usually happens when Bitcoin is stable or goes upwards. When it goes downwards, you don't have a buying opportunity. Even when the RSI is below 30, always have that in your mind. We need to have a safe environment. For Bitcoin that corrects so much, like 50%, 40%, just 1 day to 2 days guys, then we can't assume that we can buy here, because Bitcoin drags down many other altcoins, as you know, including the Vechain. So right here, the same happens with the commodity channel index. Right now we are inside the gray zone, not a buying, not a selling opportunity, and what we want to see afterwards is going upwards. Okay, because if we see it going downwards from here, down again, then we will assume that we are going to have a downfall again, and that's why you see low highs here for the commodity channel index, because we are in the bearish market back from 12 May guys. And let's go now to Vechain against USDT in the Bollinger bands, and you can see that we extend the bottom line of the Bollinger bands. That's usually a buying opportunity, but on a very bearish situation guys, we are tending to go close to the bottom line of the Bollinger bands. Okay, so right now we can't say we are having a buying opportunity, even though we would like to have a buying opportunity due to the Bitcoins being unstable, and we don't know if we found the bottom or not. I will tell you my personal belief afterwards. Right now for the RSI, lower lows, as I told you, in the daily frame, that's what you want to avoid. Personally, I don't want to go and sit down like there, but this is the main case here. This is the most possible scenario that we might see RSI climbing down into lower levels from now for the daily frame. Okay, but what we want to see is actually if we can form a U pattern and of course go upwards. We will see about that, but right now things are looking bearish for the commodity channel index. Usually guys, when we are having this the commodity channel index below the -100, the bottom line on the daily frame, we are having an oversold situation, therefore a buying opportunity. But can we assume that now? No, we can't, because even if we go upwards, no one can tell us that we won't go downwards quickly. Okay, for it to be a buying opportunity, we have to see something like this for the commodity channel index. Then we could go like 20% upwards or so for the Vechain. For the MACD, as you know, back from 23rd April, we are having a bearish scenario where we are seeing Vechain crossing the bearish cross here, and we are seeing Vechain going all the way down and down. So right now, we can't assume that Vechain will go upwards, guys. Of course, we are in a bearish situation. What we want to see in order to have a change to the momentum is seeing this cross right here, okay? Seeing this cross between the blue line and the signal line. So we are going now to Vechain against Bitcoin. One of the most important charts here, guys, for the cryptocurrency market is to compare altcoins with Bitcoin. That's what you want to do on a bearish market and even on a powerful market, on a very bullish scenario. So right now, where are we? Where do we stand? We want to hold the 0.50307. That's where we want to hold, guys, this price action. And of course, right now, because of this cross, because of the 50-day EMA to 10-day EMA bearish cross, you can see the red line is above the yellow line right here. Because of that, guys, we might see a momentum going even more downward. So it is very likely, if we go down from here, from 0.50307, it's very likely to fall down even more to this price label right here. So we have to be careful. I've drawn a Fibonacci retracement level, guys, and of course we need to see this, that we might be careful. We need to be careful, and of course we might go to lower support levels. On a deep down, we closed down, okay? And of course, guys, we assume that for the short term, Vechain might still underperforms against Bitcoin. Let's see, guys, the daily frame for a bit. Let's see how we are on the daily frame. And on the daily frame, we haven't seen the 20-day EMA crossing the 50-day EMA. So that's all good, guys. That's good for the daily frame. But as long as we are seeing this cross, if we see this cross, then this means further correction for Vechain against Bitcoin. Okay, so right now for the RSI, as you can see, we are having lower lows and lower highs for Vechain against Bitcoin as well. So what we need to see right now for Vechain against Bitcoin, in order not to see this cross, is in the 4-hour frame that we can go a little bit upwards, that Vechain can go against Bitcoin and outperform Bitcoin. While Bitcoin corrects or stabilizes, Vechain will go upwards. That's what we need to see, a momentum shift here. And of course, if we can't go upwards, then we might not see this bearish cross on the daily frame for Vechain against Bitcoin. Okay, so we are going now to Vechain against USDT in the price analysis. And what we are, where are we, guys, according to all the market? Now you can see the 50-day EMA cross here, this bearish cross, and you can see that the 20-day EMA is playing the resistance role on the 4-hour frame. You can see that the 10-day EMA is playing the resistance role. I will go to the Bitcoin against USDT to see what happens, guys. If someone doesn't have altcoins against Bitcoin chart and Bitcoin's chart today, then he is not doing a proper technical analysis according to my beliefs. I personally use Bitcoin chart and of course altcoins against Bitcoin all the time right now because it is necessary to do that. So for Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin guys, I will go to the weekly frame to explain why I was a bit of afraid when this happens, and I told in my videos, because of this bearish cross on the weekly frame for MACD. We had to see that since many times ago, guys, many months ago, and we saw that, and now we are regaining some further downfall distance. First was that. Secondly, we were approaching a top line, because if I go on the daily frame, guys, you will see that the high here was getting more horizontal. The top line connecting the tops was getting more horizontal, and therefore we knew we could go off. Call it whatever you want, guys, week of distribution or something else. This is what happened. Now where are we? We have this bearish cross between the 10-day EMA and the 50-day EMA. We are below the 200 EMA. That has to happen back from April 2020. And of course, right now, guys, what we want to see for Bitcoin is a shift going upwards. But even if we see that, even if we go to 48,000 USDT around there, or maybe more to 0.618, no one can assure us that we will be making higher lows. We might eventually go there, and of course afterwards go down. But if we follow the pattern here on the 4-hour frame, where the yellow line is our resistance line, then guys, I don't know if we will actually manage to go and retest the 49,000. And eventually we might hit the 28,000. For me, my personal belief is that we will go inevitably to 28,000 USDT. That's my personal belief, guys, and of course I know it's contrast to many other opinions that say that we have reached the bottom here, but I am not sure if we have reached the bottom. This looks like a hammer candle. Okay, I will tell you guys that this looks like a hammer candle, so we might have a momentum shift going on, but it might be like 23rd May. If I go back to 23rd April, sorry guys, then we can see that we were changing. This hammer candle here tells us that we have a momentum shift going on, but we might see it like 23rd April, where we saw going up but then falling down, or we might even not. We will see about that. What we are doing right now, the 20-day EMA, as you can see, is our resistance line. Therefore, there are many chances that we are going down to 20,000 USD. If this happens, then for Vechain we can assume that we will be testing the 10 cents or maybe even some lower support levels. For example, here guys, if I see the chart, one major support level would be this line right here. And this line right here, let's see what is this. It is the 0.07, 0.08 around there cents for Vechain. We might even fall down here if Bitcoin has a swing high right now till the 49,000 or so. Then we can see Vechain easily retesting the 50 cents. Why not maybe going to 16 to 17 cents? Afterwards though, my personal belief is that we will be going downwards. Okay, even if Bitcoin has a swing high here, like most of the time we can see these guys on a bearish market, we can see that when we fall down so fast, we might recover for a bit and then go down again. So for me, on the short midterm, we will be going to 28,000. Then afterwards, what will happen? Will happen like this. Bitcoin might move sideways, and then the altcoins will start to gain strength, to regain some strength and go upwards. Okay, and they might go upwards. For me, they will go not all the altcoins, but those who have room to grow against Bitcoin chart. Okay, so right now that's what I believe. I believe we will be approaching a bottom, not exactly where it is, but I am not sure if we have approached it yet. Right now I believe that we will be going more and more downwards because of these bearish crosses that we had to see. These bearish crosses, guys, from the start of the bull run. That's why I am a little bit concerned. That's why I am telling you that we might see lower lows, lower highs. So depending on Bitcoin's action, we might see some lower support levels, so we might go retest some higher resistance, then go back down afterwards. So for me, the bearish situation here is more possible. Even if we go upwards, we will find resistance and go downwards again. That's my personal belief, guys. Even if here we go upwards and retesting the 15 and 17 cents because Bitcoin will have a swing high, I am not sure that we will be going upwards in general. So be careful, please. The 20-day EMA is playing the resistance role here for the 4-hour frame. This can change easily, guys, but always have in mind that we are still in a bearish scenario, and I'm telling you that for the last time that we might see a swing high, but after we will be falling down. That's my personal belief, and therefore, guys, I always take into consideration the Bitcoin chart and altcoins against Bitcoin, because that's how you do a proper technical analysis. Now I have the Bitcoin against USDT chart because we are in a bearish market, and I want to see how Bitcoin will behave for altcoins to check if altcoins will behave the same. And of course, Vechain against Bitcoin, it is underperforming. That means if Bitcoin goes down from here, Vechain will go more and more down. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. And of course, guys, you can join our Telegram group chat where we discuss more about the crypto space. Stay tuned for many more videos. Bye.